Arguing for the end of adult marijuana prohibition is easy because we have facts, science, reason, compassion, evidence, truth, and logic on our side. It is even easier when researchers catalog it all for us. Learn how to gather the facts on marijuana use, arrests, seizures, rehabs, drug tests, and more in this edition of Drug War Data Mining.
All right, welcome back, everybody. 22 after the hour, and in the Drug War Data Mine today, we're going to take a look at some figures from the National Survey on Drug Use and Health. And today I want to concentrate on the differences of alcohol, tobacco, and marijuana, and the rates that have changed in a state-by-state, from state to state, I should say. This will make use of the National Survey on Drug Use and Health's 2-year R-DAS, which we've looked at in the past. It's a great set of data from the survey that breaks things down on a state-by-state basis. Now, logging into this, you'll just have to use some Google account to log in. We'll get ourselves logged in there, and that will authenticate us, take us to a page for us to accept the terms, I believe. Should pop up here any second. Sorry I didn't get this prepared in advance, but no, here we go. So again, we'll be working with row, column, control, and selection filters. Our first selection filter is going to be age of 21 to 103, because again, we're going to work with data values for just adults. I don't like having kids in there to skew what we're talking about. And then state 41 is the state of Oregon. So this will apply only to Oregon adults. What we're going to look for is the rates of marijuana, tobacco, and alcohol use among adults. And to be able to pull this down, in the row variables, you can just start typing, and marijuana is always MRJ. And if you type MRJ, it starts to fill things in for you, and we can find ever used marijuana, yearly use of marijuana. Let's go with monthly use of marijuana. And then we can go and run that. And to find that information, we will see on a year-by-year basis. So looking down to our first set of years here, I'm sorry, forgot one variable. We've got to add a control variable for the year pair indicator, YRPRIND. That'll divide it by the 2002s, the 2004s, the 2006, and so on. Forgot that variable. But we run that table, and we'll get the information we want. I'm going to get rid of the bar chart, just so that we can see just the data and revise that display. And as we scroll down the data for marijuana, we see among adults in 2002, 9.1% of Oregon adults, or 227,000 of them, were using marijuana in the past month. 7.7% the next 2 years, 7.4% the next two, 8.7% the next two, and then in 2010-2011, 11.1% of Oregonians, adults 21 and older, or 314,000. So we've seen a number that has dipped and then risen pretty substantially from 2008 to 2010. Now, what's nice about coming up with a table like that, and gosh, I should scoot that over a bit so you can see it a little better. Let me see if I can get that screen fixed a bit for you. That ought to do it. But if we also go back and change the MRJ to an ALC, which is your prefix for alcohol, you'll see similar types of fields, and we can find the how many times used in the past month. I passed that one, all right. Alcohol tried, total number of days in the past 12 months. Where are we going to find that? Recency of alcohol use. Here we go. Past year, past month, and run that kind of information. Oh, we've got an error in that one. Let's see if I can figure this one out. Let's try ALCMON. Do we have ALCMON available? Yes, that's the variable I was looking for, so sorry about that. So ALCMON. Oh, trying to clear the other variable. There we go. ALCMON. Enter and run that table. We'll clear our bar chart out of there. No chart. Revise the display, and the information we'll get there will tell us alcohol use. That shows us that 57.4% of Oregonians used alcohol in 2002, went to 62, to 61, to 65, and now is up to 65.9%. Almost 2 out of 3 Oregonians drink. Finally, for tobacco, TOB-MON should give us the monthly tobacco use of any type of tobacco, chewing tobacco, smoked tobacco. And notice that as I do this, it'll open up a separate tab for each one of these. So it's very easy to go from tab to find your information. What we find is 31% of Oregonians smoking or using tobacco in 2002, a number that is down to 27.8% as of 2010. You can do this with your state just by changing the state variable, plug that into the row to be able to find out what number corresponds with your state. If you need help, email me, russ@radicalruss.com.